Colin Kaepernick too.
I watched the first episode because the first episode was the first episode was the first episode I just didn't really I get where we're going with it, but I just no, it did, but he made it seem he did the whole slavery thing, right?
Look, yeah, there's like part. Yeah, he goes back. He like gives too many references to what he's trying to explain, and I think is it like, are you making it palatable for white people? Because anybody black or like. For me, anybody in America could understand what the hell's going on.
Yeah, but even with
that
being said, he made it one-sided because he had no white athletes doing like the Columbine and being measured and stuff as far as slavery. And I know what you're trying to equate it to, but there's white football players weren't allowed to even go to like Bama and stuff before. So if that's the case,
are you copping pleas for white people?
I'm not copping pleas for white people, but I just think that his depiction still should have had white people because white people are in it as well. So the
NFL was like 85% black, as far as players. So
but still
15%.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, you're painting a picture which is a clear picture, and like we understand, but it is not just black players; it's the athletes as a whole. And I think you should address it as an athlete, or just go specifically to that, and you can say how it was a different way. I feel like we could have went about that. I don't know, but. Welcome back to the Bar Live podcast. The podcast that probably won't last. It's your boy Shy Live, aka Shy the God, aka tomorrow's Veterans Day, so we ain't got no school tomorrow. We gonna be at the bar turning up a little bit, and I'm gonna go behind the neck.
I'm gonna catch it, but I'm just gonna throw it down because you don't got no school tomorrow, so you don't got no place to be. The rest of us do not have that as a federal holiday, so we will be at our place of business.
They should.
But I know, yeah, we should definitely have like the day off. The bank's got the day off. I need to have the day off too. But nonetheless, it's your girl Raven, aka Rayron Steady, aka Half Amazing. Once again, just here. Happy to be here at the bar once again. It's a nice night. It's not too cold, not too warm. It's like a perfect night actually. Clear out. Yeah.
And before we go any further, it's a must that we have our blackout.
Blackout.
And this week, for my blackout, I want to give a huge shout out to Jessica's Corner, another podcast that I've tuned into. I think that it's a dope perspective that Jessica is giving to people. At Jessica's Corner, you can go and follow her. Check that out. Dope conversations. More so dope topics that she's talking about. Check that out.
Absolutely. Shout out to Jessica. And for my blackout, I'm going to keep it simple but keep it real and just shout out to all the veterans out there since tomorrow is Veterans Day and it's a celebration for you all for dedicating your life basically to helping and saving America, keeping us civilians safe. It is a selfless act, it's a selfless job, and so I appreciate you all, but in particular the black ones. So I'm just put that out there.
Yep. So let's go ahead and let's fix our drink so we can toast to that. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Oh, you got a little. Is that V8 Splash?
V8 Splash mixed with a little Skywalker. That's our drink for today. All right. As you know, we are going to give a man-sized shot. Boom. And we are going to give a little V8 Splash. Shout out to my grandmama. She used to have V8 Splash all the time, but she had like carrots and stuff.
No, that was just regular V8. As a kid, I used to just drink V8s.
Oh, really?
Like, I was like a fan of them. This was way before V8 Splash ever existed. Yeah.
Oh,
that's what you get.
Yep. That's my grandmama talking about, boy, you talking shit. Toast to it. So let's jump in our conversation. Where we at with it? Where do we start? We start at Astro World.
It's heavy. I've
Really?
been waiting to talk to you all week
I
about this
have
because
too.
I want to hear your take. Like, this is a mess. Like, the severity of this. And I don't know if Travis is like, will he directly get like any type of penalties for this? But his name is on it. I feel like he got to do something like
So I think he's been like trying to assist somehow financially.
I understand that, but like this is your festival. Like, say if like this happened at Rolling Loud, them folks said. So it's a double-edged sword because Travis is black and he had a hip hop festival with a rock and roll punk rock feel with the mosh pitting and things. They're gonna nail him to the cross regardless because he's black.
Mm-hmm.
But also, what level of responsibility does he have in all of this? I guess that's what
You
I'm
asking
getting
me?
at. Yes.
Okay. So sad situation, unfortunate situation. Somebody has to take the blame. Of course, they're gonna go after the person
Whose name is
whose name is on. I get that. But there's something that you said that I think plays a major part in this.
and being black?
No, not even that. Not even that. Just him being a hip hop artist that has a rock and roll, like he's a rock star.
Yes.
He's definitely a rock star. When we think about rock concerts,
That's the
marsh pits.
That's the environment. That's
What I
happens.
understand with marsh pits, because I've seen it from a distance at some black concerts where they try to imitate that or bring that type of feel. I've seen videos of rock concerts where people,
They're raging.
yeah, that's his brand.
Very much so.
From what I haven't said anything on social media because I don't want to get in back and forth with people on social media in regards to it because it's a touchy subject. Like I said, sad situation, unfortunate situation. But I do not think that he is to blame for it. 9-year-old child. I
There's some
totally,
folks in the crowd. That's their fault.
I understand.
Or parental.
I'm not saying it's anybody's fault per se. I can't put the blame necessarily on one person, but you got to find a scapegoat. The scapegoat is the headliner, the person whose name is on it. But when he does that at all of his concerts, and you know that this is the type of vibe that he's bringing, and if you don't know, then you need to do more research before you take your 9-year-old child.
Right.
First of all, why are you taking your 9-year-old child to a concert?
First of all, why is there this type of concert? Because COVID is still real, people. But I might be on a tangent.
No, but but that's how I feel. It's so many different things that
There's so many factors
before-
of like, how is any of this happening? The venue was scheduled to hold 200,000 people. They only sold 50,000 tickets because of COVID.
Mhm.
But people bum rushed the gates.
That when the event should have
Before
ended right there.
anything even started, it went crazy at that
It was
point.
still daylight.
When people are being trampled at the gate, how do you? I mean, I don't know. You know,
You
money.
don't even know who's supposed to be in there.
Money
at that
rules
point.
the world, but clearly more than 50,000 people got in there because
Yeah.
you could see the crowd. It looked like 200,000 people got
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if they were doing any protocol checks or any of the things, but COVID was in the building somewhere, as Fat Joe would say.
Yeah.
Children should have not, just on a parental aspect. And no, I'm not a parent, but
Common sense.
yes, I would not have my at a Travis Scott
I'm
concert,
pretty sure there was drinking going on there.
drugs because
going
it's
on there.
a rap concert.
Train.
At minimum, there's gonna be weed. Your 9-year-old should not be getting secondhand music.
And I don't care if you're there with them. Like I just think at some point other people need to be held accountable as well. And it's a touchy thing to say that when You have people that died, and some of them are children. So that's why I say it's
hard to talk about. But I also want to say this outside of, once again, we're sending our prayers to the lives lost and people that have been affected and hurt in any way by this. But I ain't getting in a mosh pit. The mosh pit is equivalent of the club when you get in the middle.
Mhm.
Back in the day, it used to be hot and sweaty.
Mhm.
No God.
And my thing is, everybody's like, he had to see the people dying. Well, did you want Michael Jackson to stop when everybody was passing out when he came up and he didn't say anything? And I'm sure he saw people fainting. But that's Michael Jackson. Everybody loves Michael Jackson, so we make excuses for Michael Jackson.
Well, no. The show,
And people
but
didn't
the different
die.
thing is, but the difference is, the show didn't even start. He just walked out and they started tripping.
True.
But somebody, another podcast gave another take on it. It's like entertainers are trained that the show must go on.
True. True.
So, like, literally,
I don't
that's
think
like
it's
your
his
job.
I don't think it's his fault.
Something happens.
Did they
the
want him to be
show
security too?
Must go on. And they did show where whatever he did see, he did tell them, hey, get to this person over here. But when the venue was that big, and then so 50,000 people were slated to come in, but of course it looked like more than that came in. They had 750 cops or security in the venue. That's about one cop for every two. My math could be crazy. I think it's like one cop for every 200 or 300 people.
But this my thing.
Excuse me if I got Foxy Brown math, but I think
this my thing. You more worried about Travis Scott because he's the headliner, he's the artist, etc. What about these guys? This is the video that really just, I don't know. I know everybody probably think I'm a dickhead and I don't got a heart, but the thing that bothered me the most was when those people climbed up to where the people that were doing like
the lighting and all
the
that,
lighting and stuff, and they were
shit.
like, people are dead. Like, people are in the, like, stop the show, and they continue. You know, like, because as an artist, you're out here, and like you said,
you
the
can't
show
see.
must
The
go
stage
on.
is high. You kind of
It's
in like
dark.
you're in a different zone. You're like zoned out because that's what artists do, like to get into that mode,
It's
sicko
dark.
mode. But the people that were operating things, maybe one, they're probably like, these people shouldn't be here. They could be one. Like, I could see how maybe I'm not copping
I would
police
be
for anybody,
alarmed.
but yeah, I'd be like, maybe I'd pan the light to see. Oh, maybe they are. I don't know.
I know they got radios because somebody got to be radio tuning you to let you know, like, oh, shining light here, let's do this, let's do that. But you could have said, somebody just came up here and said, people are dead out here. People need help. Can we stop the show for a second? Like, but as the artist,
No. Well, what about them saying people were going around injecting people with drugs?
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I don't know if a 9-year-old got injected. I think he probably really did get crushed, and that's what got him.
He was on the dad's shoulders, and the dad got hit, so he got knocked off the father's shoulders, and the father couldn't get to him.
At 9 years old, he ain't going to no concert. And to be honest with you, I don't think they should be going to concerts until you
How
at
old
least
were
a
you
teenager.
At your first concert?
A teenager. I lied. We had the Stone Soul picnic, so that was a lot different too.
Yeah, but that was family oriented.
Family oriented, and it had seats as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna hold you. I had like real grown parents. My parents were grown and had me. So my first concert was young. It was going to see Rick James and them at where the Giants play at.
Mm-hmm. You said Rick James.
Rick James.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that was my first concert.
Baby mama had her out
No,
there
it was my
watching.
daddy.
Oh, your daddy had you out there for Rick James.
Your
Your daddy really wanted to see Rick
Collins,
James.
Chuck Brown.
Your daddy really wanted to see Rick James.
It was, I mean, but also that's a different crowd because people grown.
Yeah.
So they not.
True indeed.
But I'm pretty sure there was drugs around.
Right. But the thing is, and that was a different time
Yeah,
because
it was the 90s.
even with them doing whatever they were doing, they still had a sense
There's some cool
of
about themselves.
exactly.
Suited and booted.
When you go to the when we were younger and we were going to the family functions, we didn't know that the older cousins, the aunts and uncles was doing their little
element.
but in their element. I like that. In their element before they came to the dinner. Right? Now, these little knuckleheads is sitting in front of grandma's house, sitting in front of Nana's house, sitting in front of Auntie's house, taking their medicine before they go and eat the dinner.
I'm a child.
Y'all
know better.
But this is the thing, though. This is the crazy thing.
Y'all ain't doing it.
You know why I don't do? I ain't telling nobody nothing. You know why? Because y'all smell that and y'all know exactly what's going on. And y'all held us to a different standard when we were younger. And yeah, you're a little older now, but you still got to have that same authority because now these younger kids are coming up with not enough authority. It's not a village raising these kids. And as one parent or two parent, you cannot just raise a kid and still successfully do the things that you need to do in your life to be productive. You do need a village. You do need people to that your child has to adhere to their authority. Absolutely. But we've got to a point in time in life and in the world where, oh no, and nobody better ever say nothing to you. And if anybody touch you, you need to let me know. And it's like, bro, like what? So his uncle can't discipline him? And I'm not necessarily saying put your hands on them, but discipline.
Be able to say something
There's
to somebody.
Different ways of discipline.
For sure. Listen, there was a time. And listen, we sound like the old, like
we are. I told you last week we were old.
we old.
Excuse me, we seasoned.
But no, we're the last of like the generation to just like know basic stuff. Like you realize, like we know a world before like cell phones.
We had real grandparents.
Yes, my grandma was old my entire life. I don't know my grandma not with a cane.
You said Pleasure P?
Yes.
That's whose son is out here wilding, and he's Pleasure 36 as a granddad?
Is 36 as a grandfather. His son is 17, who is now wanted for murder because he allegedly killed somebody October 8th, which is apparently to the day that the baby was born as well.
Man. I'll tell you.
Imagine us being grandparents. I didn't even have my first baby yet, let alone my baby having a baby.
Well, my dog keeps getting out the yard forking, so I guess I'm essentially. You're
a dog. Yeah,
parent, I'm a doggy grandparent or whatever. But yeah, nah, man, I'm not. Nah, man, nah. It's wild times.
No, it is.
And then you out here killing people and you just got a kid and you 17 years old. Like, bro, what are you even thinking? You're not thinking. That's what it is. And Pleasure P probably ain't been around. So now you got issues as a child because your dad done been on the road and all that stuff. But guess what? Pleasure P was on the road and you was able to live you probably a nice life, probably better than normal. And they probably gonna throw him under the bus for being a traveling parent.
What's that scene from Temptation? Why he always on the red? Why that boy say that word so weird? I want to. I was in the bed.
Like I was on the road for them trains.
He said that word so ugly.
He on road for the trains. That's exactly why he on the road.
Speaking of ugly, Kanye's haircut. Horrible, but his Drink Champs interview was amazing.
Man.
And we stand for Kanye here at Bar Live.
Yes, we do.
So there would be no Kanye slander, but that haircut is trash, but it had a spiritual meaning. So we'll let it be.
Did?
And then Nori got the same haircut.
What? I didn't pay attention to all that. But yes. Oh man, what's the spiritual meaning did he say?
He was like, so because Kanye is artistic and all of the things.
You said
so
he's autism?
Probably Asperger's, yeah. I believe so, yeah.
Oh.
But I said artistic.
I got you. I'm just messing around.
I was like, did I say that?
Nah, I'm just messing around.
But he's a trained barber.
Who?
Kanye is. So he was sitting in the chair trying to line himself up, and then he got a stroke of genius and was
No, he
like,
didn't.
what if I just go like this? Just almost knock my butt out.
If I see somebody come around with it, well,
But he said he cut it and then it looked like a dove. And Dove, his team is the Donda Doves. So then it was like his mom came.
What team was the Donda Dove?
Because he's starting to school, Donda Academy. And he
So
got,
so they got a basketball team.
yes, and it's legit. And
I didn't know that was him. I saw the highlights.
And he got some kids on there. You would know better than me who they are, but they them peoples.
Yeah, no. I didn't know that. Like when I heard Donda Academy, I'm like, I wonder if that's Kanye West. Because I just saw the highlight. Wow. Man, Kanye really is, like, outside of all the craziness, and we all got some crazy in us, but that man's a genius, and he tries to do a lot of great things. Sometimes he just a little off the mark, and that it's okay.
He acknowledged on the interview that he knows he doesn't articulate well. And so basically he was like, listen the best way you can understand what I'm saying. Because I don't know how to say it no better, but this is what I'm trying to say.
That's one of my favorite Drink Champ interviews because
like,
he spoke sense in a lot of what he was saying, and he was able to articulate himself very well.
He was a full sound mind and body.
Yeah.
He knew what he was saying. Mm-hmm. He meant what he said.
Everything.
Even if he laughed behind it.
Yeah.
He meant that shit.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely meant it. And like just simple things like, me and my wife are still together. I never even seen the paper because I never.
No paperwork.
Now I don't know what type of stuff he on because he might just be on something. You know, sometimes they be like, "Oh, you want me to sign the papers?" Gotcha. But so I don't know. I don't really know the backstory.
They
but
might got that for that freedom love that Will and Jada got, but because he
no,
said his wife's still his wife.
I mean, yeah, but
she out here with hidden dates with Peter.
Ain't that hidden?
Peter.
People know.
Well, what's Peter's last name? Peter. Pumpkin Eater.
Man, but I really feel bad
and
Kanye
for back dating the black girl. She young, but we gonna let it. She of age, but she young, but she black. So it kind of, I don't know, it evens itself out somehow.
I just don't. At this point, so he got a girlfriend. I don't know what's going on. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend.
Slipping and dipping with a
little
black
at
girl.
This point,
she's a 22-year-old model.
Monogamy is going out the window because Brother Love got 2 girlfriends too, right?
Who is Brother Love?
Diddy.
Oh.
Ain't his new name Love? Hey, you gotta keep up. You the music guru out here. Shoot. Brother Love. That's what I call him. I call him Brother Love.
You know what? I thought you were talking about Dr. Umar. It's like,
no,
who?
Dr. Umar is still trying to. Hey, Dr. Umar, if you're listening, stop coming to my emails and calling me, asking me to give you money for your school. If you ain't got it together yet, oh well, I'm trying to get my own school. So,
word. That poor Frederick Douglass Academy.
Oh Lord.
No, that's what it's called.
No, I know he need to take Frederick name off of that, man. He playing games. He is playing games.
No, but outside of everything that Kanye talked about on Drink Champs, 2 days later he popped up with Jay Prince
with the ransom note,
looking like clickbait. And on Drink Champs, he said, "I don't read well," and got on Instagram and ran like a mother. The nigga ran so good.
Hey,
he didn't even look up.
Hey, Rosby probably ain't gonna like this, but my boy Jay Prince just posted up like I'm sorry, but Jay, you could have just excluded yourself.
You got to tread lightly because Jay Prince is the mob. He's his black mafia. That's true BMF. Tread lightly, Bob.
Listen, Jay Prince, if you decide that the black mob is gonna knock me off, I'm gonna go down a martyr in the community. So we can figure that one out as we figure that one out. But that was
it was weird to me.
It was very weird.
I don't think if I was Drake, I wouldn't respond. He hasn't responded in our knowledge yet. But
to get Larry Hoover out, well, that's what it's about.
They want to do a benefit concert to highlight the Larry Hoover case, I guess, to get more exposure to it. But I feel like how what Dave Chappelle said, being summoned. Like, don't try to get my man's like my damn near like my dad to come and try and talk me into doing something when like the optics just look crazy. And then the whole Astroworld mess happened and Drake is a part of that. And now you trying to get me to come out to do a concert. Like, fam, I gotta fall back. I can't be outside, and especially outside with you, because you my op.
True.
Even
But
though
that
Kanye
doesn't-
said they got too much money to be ops, it's all professional
everything
rap.
he said was accurate. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to get at, because now what he was saying was like,
This
this
is-
is stupid.
It's basically him and 50 again.
Yeah,
With
it was stupid.
Curtis versus Graduation.
Yeah, it was stupid. And let's show both of them that these were the top albums of the year. Show everybody that these were. I agree with everything he said. It just came off as weird. It just came off real weird. But I think what he showed was a lot of growth. I think it was much needed.
I can't wait for
Because
part 2 tomorrow.
we have too much hate in the black community, man. And I guess some of it, you at this point, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think you should ever hate anybody, because that means you've given them too much power. You've given them way too much power. If now, to not agree with someone, to not care for someone, and hate is a really strong word. I don't think black people should hate each other, because that just goes to systemic racism, and we always want to
The
be
Willie Lynch
fake
hater.
woke when we need to be. But the thing is, if we really are going to be wake, we got to wake up and realize that we got to stop bringing each other down. Like, and don't get me wrong, sometimes niggas be niggas. And sometimes we all have nigga moments, no matter the skin color. We all have ignorant moments. But at some point, we have to realize that bringing down another black man only makes it harder for black people as a whole. That's my point of view on that.
Message.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm not speaking just to one person. I'm speaking to myself as well, because I do that sometimes as well, unconsciously, or subconsciously.
And with that though, I agree with everything you said, and also but don't be afraid to call someone out.
True.
But
we have to be afraid.
Allow it to be a teachable moment. Like, if you have the knowledge, if they did something wrong or said something wrong in a manner that wasn't palatable, let them know in a manner that isn't judgy, that they can be receptive of, and then teach them, because you only know what you know.
What if you're not allowed? What if you're not allowing yourself to be taught though? Or what if you don't even know how to teach? You're just trying to have a conversation, but when you have a conversation and you have an opposing view, that they consider you, or they just consider it to be some type of phobia. I'm gonna leave that at that, because you have a difference of opinion.
You can have a difference of opinion, and as long as it's respectable and you're not using harmful words, then that person should be open-minded enough. But that's the thing. Everybody wants to communicate till it's time to communicate.
True.
If both parties are coming in open-minded and they can articulate well, then it should not be viewed as such if it's just an opposing opinion.
And with that being said, I'm gonna throw this one out there. We're waiting for you to come. I don't know who you are, but we're waiting for you to come. You know why? Because there's a conversation about the community that we cannot have on this show, because neither of us is a part of the community, and I am not going. I am not.
No, see,
I'm
and
just
you
saying.
have me singing gospel. I don't even
I'm
know
just
what to do.
We are not going to take the Joe Budden route, because I am not bisexual, so I will not fake the phone. I don't know what that's about.
You have to listen to Joe Budden to understand and know that he was trolling.
I understand that, but I'm still not going to put that in the atmosphere just because no.
Is there something you want to talk?
I do. I'm telling them. I need somebody from the community on this show, because there's a conversation that needs to be had, and it has to be somebody that's going to be open-minded. We will not, as Raven said, undermine you, or we will not come at you disrespectful, but there's a conversation that needs to be had. And I think if we start having those conversations and start understanding people a little bit more, at least attempting to, like I said before, this is me included, we would be able to move forward with an understanding. As of right now, with the community saying everything that is said against them or against their way of life is a phobia, it's crazy. I'm gonna just throw that out there. That's crazy. Just because, and don't get me wrong, some people do disrespect the community because they say the wrong stuff. They don't articulate it the right way, and they say words that should not be said in a direction towards somebody. You are literally being disrespectful. So I get that, but we would all need to be on the same page as far as an open line of communication, no disrespect, open their ears, allowing the people their time to talk, and going back and forth. And we probably won't come to an agreement that you know what that is right and that but we would understand each other a little bit.
What I need from you is understanding. So simple as 1, 2, 3. Understanding is what I need.
I don't know all the words. I just need that one little first part.
You always want to sing soprano.
Hey, yeah.
Dog skin Eldebard, that's man.
Train.
They're gonna be Eldebard so bad.
He used to sing lead at Morris Brown AME.
Oh, okay.
Children's choir.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you see The Harder They Fall?
Yes.
What you think?
Great.
I loved it.
It was better than Django.
Oh, we just missed Django.
Yeah, we were to Django.
Django. I said that purposely like that.
But no, I think that man, it had everything that you needed. It was perfect.
So, first of all, to know that all these people were real people and they were able to like combine storylines, and outside of the fact that yes, maybe they had fairer skinned people than who they were in real life. Listen, I'm just glad that the people were highlighted.
Oh, they did?
A semblance of the story was told. So yeah,
the light skinned girl.
Yeah, she was really very darker skinned woman, Stagecoach Mary. The one person that they casted magnificently was Cuffy. She looked exactly like the real Cuffy from back in the day. But yes, revenge, love, violence, robberies.
A fire soundtrack.
Oh my gosh. Oh, they shot it out Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the side of the train. I had to read something to see that, but I was like,
it was a lot. It was really deep.
It was deep. I mean, melanated. The storyline was great. I mean, I guess you could kind of...
Great actors.
I kind of figured out that, one, I knew that kid, when he didn't kill the kid, and spoiler, so if you haven't seen it, sorry. When he didn't kill the kid, I was like, okay, the kid's going to grow up and kill him probably. That's typically. Mm-hmm. But I was wondering...
I didn't know that was him, though, until I knew it was him.
When they saw him first lift the hat, you saw the cross. You didn't think that was him?
No. I'm talking about what's his name?
Jonathan Majors?
No, your boy.
Idris Elba?
Idris, yeah. I didn't know that was him who killed the parents until I knew that was him who killed the parents.
Oh yeah, I knew that was him that killed the parents.
You knew that?
Yeah, I could just tell by like they show like the bottom of his jaw.
I mean, but I also when I first watched it, I didn't know who was in it.
Okay, so you came in blind.
You
just knew a soundtrack came out. Jay-Z and them had something.
No, Ed was like, you should check out The Harder They Fall, or maybe I lied. I had seen it by the time I talked to Ed about it, but I had somebody had said something about it, and then when I went on Netflix, I saw it and I was like, oh, let's watch this. Mm-hmm. And I didn't like. They had old boy that had the cross. I forgot his name. Yeah, they had him on the picture that I saw. So I was like, oh, this should be cool. Yeah. So, but I didn't know it was him. It took me a minute to realize that the guy with the scorpion tattoo.
I had to watch it a second time to figure out what that correlation was. Where they were in the church.
Yeah.
Because I missed that from the beginning, and then when I watched it again, I saw, oh, that was his scorpion hand on him. So I was like, why? And
Now I still don't know how him and Idris were like.
That's the whole
buddies.
storyline. Wait, the Scorpion Man?
Yeah.
He was just part of his gang.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So he was a pastor at that time as well.
Like he changed. No, he was coming to extort the pastor. So he was still doing bad.
You know, but that man was the dude with the scorpion. He was a man of clergy at the time that he got killed.
Yeah, but he was also coming to extort. That's why he walked in that church. You gotta have my money.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I'm trying to figure out.
I guess he changed his life too, or everything's a hustle.
Changed it all the way.
Everything's a hustle because if you have parishioners, they got to pay to get your worship. So that's another way to get money. And Rufus Buck had been in jail.
Yeah.
So they weren't like running like that. I don't know, but I like how they said. I like the quote where it's like, and I feel like I've heard it before. But if you seek revenge, you need to make a plot for them and for you.
Did you expect them to be brothers?
And so that's the part where I was like, there has to be something because there was no full like. It was like he just came in and shot the mom and daddy, didn't kill him. So I was like, the daddy must have either did him wrong, owed him some money for something.
I thought that's what it was about, the money.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, I kind of figured it out. I didn't fully figure it out, but I kind of figured it out when he started talking about. The minute he started talking about his dad being a terrible person, I was like, oh, his daddy is his daddy.
It totally went over my head because I'm like, the hell is he talking about? Nobody give a damn about your daddy. And then when he started
talking, yeah,
he was like, "You're a buck."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, this shit got real good." And then I was like, "He ain't gonna kill him. He ain't gonna kill his brother." He was like, "Yeah, but you gonna be better than me. You gonna pass me because you got to kill your brother." And I'm like,
and it's like,
"Whoa!"
But so that's a thing to think about. At that point, really, what do you do? When
you
hear somebody,
you gotta kill
because
him.
Yeah, I feel
y'all
like
got
Rufus,
the same mama.
Rufus is so ruthless that if Jonathan Majors didn't kill him, he was gonna kill him. You know what I mean?
I don't think he wanted to. He said
he said I left the mark so I can know who you were when you came to find me. It was the movie was basically Black Kill Bill.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, he also said what? He said, I
couldn't kill my brother.
Yeah, he said, I can't. So I don't think he was going to do it then either. Think about it. He literally was like, do it. Do what you got to do. Yeah, he knew.
Well, I think at that point he was ready to die. He had nothing to live for.
I think he also knew that he knew that when that boy came back, that's when it was going to be time for him to go.
Kill Bill. What did Uma Thurman tell Vivica daughter? I know you won't come for me. And I'm gonna be ready when you get here. We do for Kill Bill 4 because Vivica daughter got to be grown now. You remember that? Do you remember that scene?
Vivica trying to have Benjamin Button disease. I think she's trying to go backwards, but she don't realize it ain't really coming off that way. She's getting older. We can see it.
She's like 60.
Yeah, but she's still trying to be young.
I mean, she's still, as my dad would say, hitting and holding. She's still looking all right. I mean. She got plastic surgery, but I mean, I feel like she's still pretty.
I ain't saying she ugly or nothing like that for sure, but yeah.
No, but The Harder They Fall was amazing. Oh, part 2 though.
Part 2 of The Harder They Fall.
I think there's gonna be something because they didn't kill Regina King.
I thought they did.
No, her and Shorty were fighting, and I think
she knocked her out.
But did you see at the end when Stagecoach Mary and I can't remember his name in the thing, Nat Love.
Yeah, Nat Love. Nat Buck.
Nat Buck Love.
Nat Buck.
Nat Love Buck.
No, Nat Buck. You a buck, boy.
When they rode off into the sunset together.
Yeah, they said they had work to do or something.
Yes, but then that person's body that you saw the cape thing flapping in the wind, that was Regina King. That's because that's her outfit she wore.
Yeah. I can't even remember the scene. I'm gonna go watch it again tonight.
Yeah, she was standing on the hill watching them ride off into the sunset.
I might have done got up by the time they start riding off. Like, boy, that thing was good. Boy, that thing was good. Yeah, ooh, that thing was good.
That's one movie.
Oh man, and then my boy, oh man, I think so.
Fashion.
Yeah,
Wait, the young boy or Lakeith?
the young boy.
They
Not,
did my young boy wrong.
Not Bill.
He ain't let him get his count off.
Man, and I was like, oh, he about to get him. You know, he was playing with 5. You ready? 4. He talking this shit. And this man, he fucked me up. Because I did not expect him to do, and then he was like, bah! I hate it. They take long to count.
But he did say that when they were on the train. He shot him in the jaws. But where he fall was where he'd rest too, because Cuffy got him good.
Hey man, but he was actually probably the smartest man in the movie. Just off of
Who, Lakeith or the young boy?
Lakeith. Because he went on the train, how he orchestrated, I feel like, the retrieval of Rufus. When I forgot his name, the young boy, but he was like, you missing it. You're supposed to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he just walked away from him. So I'm like, he got sense. Like, this
yeah, he cut my man's up like Zorro.
Hey, he was that dude on the low.
Yeah, no,
like, Rufus
fire.
just was ruthless, like you said. Yes. He was that dude. He was the gunman. But then the more as the movie went on, it was like, you a little punk. You know, like, just like she said, you go shoot me in the back like you did him. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get the count off.
Yeah.
And Cuffy did say the fastest person she saw was in the mirror. Sure enough.
No. But then after she killed him, after they had the standoff, she said that old boy was faster than her. She said he was she said, I can't remember his name, but he was like, and he was faster.
His name wasn't Bill?
No, I think Bill was
my man from
Lakeith
Startup.
over there. Yeah, that was something Bill. Because remember, he was like, every time I asked him who the
Bill
fastest.
Pickett.
But they call him something Bill. But he was like, yeah. He was like, after she shot him, she was like, and such and such was faster. You know what I'm saying? But I think she was just saying that because out of respect for him. But dang, bro, I killed both of them. And I damn, when he came and shot my boy in the back, I'm like, because he was like, yeah, nah, because I thought he had got got.
Had saved him.
Yeah, he was like, man,
the coin.
He was like, it's just a flesh wound. I'm good. And then next thing you know, oh man, bro, I was so caught up in that movie. I was like, oh, they about to all make it. They had to kill a young boy. Somebody from the squad had to die. I watched it again
the second time, like I had never seen it before. Yeah. I was fully enthralled. Like I'm sure there's like points in it that movie critics will hate, but I loved it. Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah.
You know what else I loved? Summer Walker's album.
I didn't check that out.
What? Black man.
Apparently, it was all about the black man and how, from what I understand, she's like the new age Mary J. Blige or something. She's just upset.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen.
Well, I'm gonna say this because this is about being a thought, I guess.
This is a crazy. It was not a crazy take, but first of all, if you know a person's track record, and you still decide to date, live with, have a relationship with said person, and then do have a child with said person, and you see what they are doing with other children and other people that they dated and had a relationship with. Once again, when do you have agency for yourself? I'm not judging, but I'm also like, girl, you knew better.
It's a lot of dumb females out here. That's why a lot of people like it. Oh, sorry.
Like, fourth baby mama, like, who you wake up and is like, he ain't gonna do me like that. And I know we've all been there. I'd have been there. I ain't been a fourth baby mama, but like, oh, because I'm me, he won't. And sure enough, you get done how he did them. It don't matter, because what you say, niggas is going nigga.
I'm telling you.
But so it's like it's almost like, girl, why did you even? But I respect the honesty of it all. She put it all out there, laid it out for to forever be laid out. Say what you want, but it's a good piece of work, good body of work.
I'll check it out one day.
Nah, all the songs ride. The production is great. I mean, it ain't really like you can't even say it's man bashing. It's bashing one man. So it's not like I hate all men because all. She's like, no, I hate this one nigga. So like, I feel like niggas could like you could ride to that because it's like it ain't everybody. It's his ass.
Oh no, I'm not gonna be for the bashing of no man. So,
Oh, okay, Kanye.
so it is what it is. Respect to her. I hope her album does great. I'm sure.
No, she's like the best-selling
I'm
woman
sure it
on
will.
Apple Music like ever, or something
But-
crazy. Past Beyonce and Adele and all of them.
I'm waiting for some. I'm
Some
waiting
Sonic next
for.
week
I'm,
or Friday.
well, because that second song that came out.
I
I think
like
they got
it.
the third one, right?
Do you like
I haven't heard it yet.
They getting their feelings
The
on
third
this
one,
one.
I'm gonna check it out.
Is that a plane or
Plane and a train. That means that we need So, tonight for the baby's mamas, Summer Walker's mamas,
some Walker's
mama's
baby mamas?
mamas, mamas,
London on the tracks, baby mamas.
mamas. Favorite segment on the show. Ask them about it. What do we have?
So I figured we would pick up off of, unfortunately, Henry Ruggs III. He got into that terrible accident where a DUI accident where a young lady was tragically killed. But now it looks like not that it's because of this, but just in general, lawmakers are put into play that by 2026, all new cars will have some sort of breathalyzer system in them. So I want to see, how do you feel about that? Yay or nay?
First, let me say this. That Negro was doing 156 miles per hour in a residential neighborhood.
That wasn't that wasn't a highway.
It was a straightaway, but it's a straightaway.
It led into a neighborhood.
Yeah, like people were videotaping from like their patio.
Oh yeah, that's where they got that camera footage.
Yeah. So like, bruh, you were tripping.
Wow.
Now don't get me wrong. Now I go to this one. We all done got behind the wheel before. We might not been on
Little
his
we
level.
get element, yeah.
And
Will we get element?
no telling what so like I think a lot of people actually get behind the car more than what they even would first of all admit, and secondly would even know. You are getting in your car beyond the legal drinking level. A lot of people. Now, should we? No, I think the law is a great thing. I think it is going to save lives. Simply, it's going to save lives.
So I guess I wonder how they're gonna do it, because I know
That's
people
the thing.
that do already have this system in their car, they have to breathe into something.
Exactly.
Are
Is
they
it
gonna
be
like
everybody?
can they test it from your fingertips? Is it like an Apple Watch situation where it somehow gets your like? I need to know. I'm not opposed to it at all.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Well,
Like-
you ain't got a choice.
yeah,
It might
no,
be
you
law.
don't have a choice, but like, people are gonna like,
Yeah.
and it's not. Well, lawmakers are like trying to get into effect. The bill has to be passed, so it may or may not be law. I'm not opposed to it, but I am kind of like how they're gonna do it. And also, what I do know is the market for used
lot.
cars. Oh,
Jesus, my Jesus. Lord.
the market for used cars are gonna be off the chain by
Yeah.
that time. They're off the chain now because can't get chips for the new cars.
Yeah.
Like, I got a 2015 Camry, and they're trying to offer me almost double for it. Like, it's crazy.
Hey, at this point,
And I bought it brand new, so it's perfect. Knock on wood. Like, I'm like, it is paid for. I'm like,
I don't know.
yeah. So,
I really don't know.
I don't know. Well, we'll leave you all to think about that. But it's been live here at the Ball Lock Barcast.
the podcast that probably won't last. It's your boy Shaw Live.
It's your girl Ray Rocksteady.
Until next time.
Let's do it.
Just